What do you get for the last day of July, July 31st, 2024? You get one of the best market updates you'll ever hear. Actually, not a lot has changed in the past few weeks in Santa Clarita real estate, but as of today, we have 467 total active units for sale across all of the Santa Clarita Valley cities. This is going to include the cities of Castaic, Canyon Country, Newhall, Saugus, Stevenson Ranch, and Valencia. We've been seeing some normal market trends as this market continues to develop. It's not so much stagnant because most of the listings that are hitting the market are going out within 7 to 14 days. So they're actually getting into escrow within that time frame. And then after that, you have a typical escrow time frame, which is anywhere from 30 to 45 days, depending on the lending type or the loan type. If you are a seller and you're entertaining offers from buyers that are using federal type loans, there could be some delays regarding appraisals on those. It's just going to depend on the lender source for the appraiser and what type of loan program is going to be used. For example, Veterans Administration loans for those military folks out there. In some cases, to order that appraisal might take a little bit longer, but it's also going to depend on your lender and how forward thinking they are in preparation and how many VA loans that they actually do. Some lenders are approved in VA but don't do very many. Some are approved in VA, do a whole bunch. The ones that do a whole bunch, they're very versed in it and they know those timelines. Usually their closings can be very much the same as a conventional closing, which would be 30 days, in some cases less. But they're at the mercy of the Veterans Administration as far as the scheduling of different things that the VA has to do to be able to make sure that the property fits within their guidelines. So currently we have 467 total active units on the market for sale across Santa Clarita Valley cities. This is going to include single-family residences, condominiums, and of course townhomes. Let me give you that quick breakdown. 8 coming soon. 81 new listings have been placed on the market in the past 7 days. 80 properties have experienced price changes. These are properties that for the most part were overpriced in the beginning. Now the sellers are making particular adjustments in order to get those listings back to the top of the syndication sites online, so more people are seeing them. In addition to that, you can also research the price changes at www.santaclaritaopenhouses.com. Back on market properties 23, we had 38 properties go active under contract, so actually go into escrow this past week. We do have 52 properties that have gone into a deeper form of escrow, so all total we are 38, 52, 90 properties that are currently in escrow. Of those properties, we can see that in the current 7-day snapshot, we have 23 properties that have come back on the market for sale. That's very typical. Somewhere between 20 and 30% of the properties actually won't make it all the way to the end. Some people ask the question whether it's the seller's fault or the buyer's fault. In some cases, both could be at fault, both parties. Sometimes the sellers aren't willing to do what the buyers are requesting, and the buyers aren't willing to accept the property without those changes, credits, or repairs, whatever it may be. And sometimes they pull out for that reason. In addition, in this particular market I've been watching, as financing could become an issue for a real estate buyer if in fact they're not keeping up with their lender or they're going out and paying things off, believe it or not. If you have a credit card and you're in process of buying a property and you might have a little bit of extra money to pay off this credit card, let's say it doesn't have much of an amount on it, and you go ahead and do that without getting your lender's approval, then what ends up happening is it could be that maybe that credit card company says, well, you know what, they haven't used the card, maybe they won't use it, so we're going to reduce the credit amount, thereby could be harming your FICO score. Or maybe we're going to basically stop the card altogether, which is another issue. So before you pay anything off, even though you think it might help, make sure you speak with your lender first. All right, so we have 58 properties have closed this past 7 days. 5 expired, 11 canceled, 9 have been put on hold, 3 have withdrawn. Now, regarding this market, it is moving with opportunities. Buying or selling is really going to be dependent on where you are today. Do not purchase anything predicated on somebody's promise that interest rates are going to be reducing here in the next couple months. However, we are looking at September. Maybe that is going to be the time when interest rates do this break that they've been talking about for the past several months, and people are looking forward to it. The buildup has been so great in that regard. Hopefully, it's not going to be like just a fart in the wind. Hopefully, it will be something memorable. If, in fact, they lower interest rates, it's going to kick off another very exciting market. A market that sellers and buyers really don't appreciate being a part of, and that is even on the seller's side, while that might be like the heyday for sellers, where they would be so excited to have multiple offers on their properties. When people start to overbid listing prices, that really puts sellers into a frenzy. And in addition to that, that also makes buyers not as stable in a different market. What I mean by that is now they're overpaying. They're exceeding the listing price, not overpaying. They're exceeding the listing price on the seller's property in order to compete with the other buyers in the market. After they win, then it's not as shiny anymore sometimes. And they start to go through and they start talking to family. And of course, dear old dad, dear old mom, dear old, insert the title, is going to say, wow, you paid that much more for the property? Back in my day, we never paid extra for anything. That might be the word on the street. Watch out for the advice. But before you do pay more than listing price for a property, make sure that it's truly worth it for you. Because it might take a while if you're going above comparable value, injecting cash into the transaction. It could take even longer for you to catch up and start building equity in the residence, depending on how the market dynamics are. I'm Connor MacIvor. This has been your real estate update. Today is the last day of July in 2024. We will be back tomorrow, August 1st. That will bring us into an entirely new month. We'll get closing figures from July, so I'll be able to give you what's happening in that realm of the market. Please check out Santa Clarita openhouses.com. You can Google Connor with Honor, find me everywhere. When you're ready, reach out. Please share, and I do appreciate you watching today's real estate update. I will be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Be well. I'm Connor MacIvor. Over and out.